Hello YouTube, and welcome to one of my rants that I've sort of been thinking about this week, and it's a subject that, let's say, the majority of the community, the washer community, has a strong opinion on. And the question is it okay to wash everyday things at a 40-degree wash? Now, I have, in the winter months, my bedding is a delicate fabric. I forgot what it is, but it's one of those feather fluffy ones. And the care label says it has to be washed at a 40. And I bought a set last year and I put it on the 60 and it shrunk. So I've been doing it on a 40, and actually, you know, my bedding still comes out clean. It still smells fresh. No difference in scent, smell, or even quality even. Now, obviously, I've done some research, and I think, someone who has OCD, I really aren't bothered anymore about, obviously with COVID and whatnot, we have to be extra careful. But I think we've been, when I first started this community in 2010, everyone was saying, bedding towels 60, 90, and there's no room for debate. And I think you've got to look at the typical household, and someone like me, I'm not, it's only me and, sometimes someone else. So that's two people the most. My bedding gets washed weekly, once a week, whereas the recent survey, 76% of people in Britain wash their bedding once every 2 weeks. And obviously, I'll start again. Obviously, that's people who don't have pets, who either share a bed or have the bed to themselves. People with pets obviously wash their bedding once a week. I don't have any pets. I still wash mine once a week because that's, I feel comfy with that. Now, I don't need to wash it at a 60-degree wash personally because, one, I'm not ill. Two, I shower daily, sometimes twice a day, depending on how sweaty I am after work. So I sort of go to bed, showered, because I have a shower when I come home. So the only really bacteria you could say is sweat and potentially sort of coughing when you cough during the night when you're asleep. Now, to me, a 40-degree wash is enough for that. With energy bills rising in April, I've got to be really careful with electric and how I use it. I already have electric heating, which makes my bills sky high. And if it saves energy washing at 40, I'm going to do it because I know that I'm a clean person. I shower daily, twice a day sometimes. Towels still go on a 60. Well, it depends on if they're dark towels, I put them into darks, but like tea towels and the mops and when I do the bathrooms, they still go on a 60 or 90 because obviously I'm cleaning toilets, sinks, floors, fair enough. But as far as like bedding and whites, I really don't see the need of a 60-degree wash. And, because of COVID, we're now all wearing masks. Hygiene has got better around the world, in the UK, everywhere worldwide, because we're washing our hands more, we're wearing masks. So our bodies are not getting as much germs as, say, we did prior COVID. And we've got to be careful also because, the common colds still exist. No one wants a stomach bug, but, these are bacteria that we still need to have to survive in life, because people that hide away from germs and don't get ill, fair enough, that's the way they want to live their life. But there comes a point when, say, after 10 odd years, you get a common cold, and your body is not used to that bacteria, and you get it 10 times worse. I mean, there's even been cases of death where people have sort of, gone very OTT with cleaning, avoided germs, and then when they get a common cold, we just get runny nose and cough, and they just suffer because their body can't handle it. So it's important to keep the good bacteria that we need in our life as well. Now, I've had a lot of comments about me washing bedding at 40, and dark towels, and as far as my towels, I use them once. I don't reuse towels. If I have a load of darks or whites and I've got, a couple of towels in the basket, I'll chuck them in. But I usually do them, say, on the weekend when I do the bathrooms and the floors and whatnot. So, that's my opinion. I don't want to keep reading hate comments, because first of all, it's my washing. I can do what the hell I like, and I'm not going to listen to anyone tell me otherwise, because, no one tells me what to do. So that's one reason. Second reason, like I said, for the reasons I explained, if you wash every day, if your hygiene is good, and you wash your bedding weekly, there's what's the need of washing your bedding at 60? Because, the typical, if you're living in a house where you've got mum, dad, 3 children, fair enough, because you've got children, they go to school, preschool, bring back bacteria, fair enough. But literally, I go to work, go shopping sometimes, and then come home. And like I said, I shower daily before I get into my bed, reuse my towels once. So I would love to hear from your comments. I think it's a debate that needs to still be, to still happen, because obviously a lot of you will be not stuck in your ways. That sounds a bit rude, but you've got your ways of doing washing, and that's absolutely fine. So did I, but I am proud to have said that I've changed parts of those, especially with the bedding. Now, in the summertime, that will probably change, because when it's hot, you sweat in bed more than you do in the winter. So I will probably do that on a 60 because of sweat stains. But I adapt. To simple it down, really, I wash down to weather. Like I said, if I don't get a chance to wash the bedding once a week and I do it, the other week, then it will go on a hotter wash. But I mean, that never really happens. I always do mine on the weekend. So that's where I stand. I'd like to hear your views on that. And yeah, it's a interesting debate. And my mum, bringing us up, she always washed at 40. My grandma with the WMA 30 washed her towels on G, Acrylics 40. She's fine, and people seem to forget that years ago in the 60s and 70s, people, especially the kids, they washed once a week. You had one bath a week, and that was on the Sunday. You'd play in dirt, you'd get dirty, and I think we've become a very clean, OCD has adapted more in people, and I think it's made us frightened more of bacteria. And, at the end of the day, nothing's going to happen to you, the more colds and sore throats you get, it builds up your immune system. I have to wear a mask at work on public transport, and I haven't, I usually get a cold by now, and I haven't. So I'm sort of, a bit wary, because when I do get ill, it'll probably be a bit worse than I usually do. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to stop ranting on now. Thanks for listening. Please leave a comment with your views on that. And yeah, see you later.